solid. This is going to be pretty easy to put together. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Check it out. Today we're going to be reviewing the Qiolor Tiger M20 electric cruiser bike. But we're going to do a full unboxing with this thing today. Put it together, ride it. Let's get this thing out of the box, try it out, and see how it does. Alright guys, I will say everything was packed extremely well. No damage, noticeable damage from even the box being ripped open. Everything is protected really, really well. Here is the front tire. Got these little protective discs on here for the axles. Inflate to 35 PSI. These guys are 20 by 4.0, so big fatso tires. Got a little reflector there on the spokes, so looks pretty good so far. You can see it has the branding MT20 here. Qiolor there. I'm not even sure if that's the right way to say it, but Qiolor is the brand here. Tiger MT20 up here. Cool little tiger face there. And then we have a license plate bracket, so if you did want to mount a license plate on it, you could. Nice metal fenders, you can hear that, and they're actually clear, speckle clear coated. You may have seen the gas tank fall out, and this is a heavy duty battery. So if you do get this bike, be careful and take this battery out. Be careful when you're kind of unpacking the top portion right here, because that battery just fell right out. You see we have a nice little key lock here to remove it. You can see the brand name there, Pedal for Life. Wow, what the heck? Oh, this is nice. This is a nice LED headlight. Looks like we're gonna have a nice ring and then also like a magnified LED light in there. It looks really bright. So toolbox, we got instruction manual, pedals, battery charger, and tools. So let's open this up real quick, see what we got. Oh, cool. So we get 2 sheets of cool looking stickers. Here's our instruction booklet here, Tiger Electric Bicycle. Looks like a well done manual. Everything's in color. Looks like it's pretty solid. It's gonna be pretty easy to put together. And there's no talk about that headlight either, so that's gonna kind of be something we need to figure out together. Allen nuts, Allen screws, that looks like what's gonna hold the whole triple clamp. And the handlebars on, it looks like that clamp is already mounted actually on the handlebars, so that's kind of interesting. Maybe these are just spare. We'll figure out what these are for. Not being too twisted up and then mounting all this up correctly. Okay guys, now for the light. Now there's nothing in the instructions about the light, but I think it should be pretty self-explanatory. We got these rubber grommets and these 2 bolts. All these wires are going to be tucked right behind the light. Let's just go ahead and plug this in. No real way to screw this up. Arrow to arrow, orange to orange. And we just want to make sure that the wires on the bottom of this, looks like it has an electric horn too. Cool. Alright guys, exciting. I want to ride it, do a little bit of a night light test, and then we'll finish it up tomorrow doing our riding test. If this light's red right here, this is an indicator that there's a security lock and you cannot turn the bike on no matter how long you press this power button here. The screen won't come on. And I was wondering, that's what these 2 little guys are. These are like little RF or electronic keys or something. So what you need to do is you need to take one of these keys and you need to put it here and see how that light turned green. Now that's gonna happen every time you take the battery out and put the battery back in. That's gonna be red, it seems like. Let's have a look-see at the interface. So just pushing the power button down here, there's our control cluster. Very cool looking. We have a bunch of information here. We have a mile per hour. We're 100% charged on the battery. So everything looks great. Over here on the cluster, we have a light switch, and that's also our gear up and gear down. So if I hold the light switch, there we go, a nice bright light. You can see it on the wall there, it's kind of high. So that's where we can go ahead and push our light down and adjust it where we want. Those look nice and bright though. How bright that is, nice. I gotta say right off the bat though guys, these grips, these are like padded faux leather grips. They're so comfortable. I mean, just look at that. Little electric horn here. Whoa, that thing is loud. Anyway guys, that's the bike, check it out. I gotta honestly say that this was probably one of the easiest bikes I've ever assembled, so I'll give them that. I'm gonna take it for a little night ride and day ride, and let's see how this thing does. Nice. Super bright light, that's for sure. No trouble seeing. Just wish there were blinkers on the front. Hey, it looks like my brake light's working solid now. Enjoying it so far. So next day, and check this thing out. So the thing that stands out about this bike is probably its design. Pretty cool looking design here. Anyways, let's hop on. I'm gonna be doing a little bit of a drone track with the DJI Neo drone. So I'm not noticing something I would like to see. I'm just kind of tapping my brakes now. Great brakes. I mean, the hydraulic brakes, unbelievably working very well. Let's get that rear tire. Apparently I just pulled the brake too hard, and wow, that's not good. Gotta remember not to squeeze the rear brake. So I'm just gonna be using my front brake, which I really don't want to do, but it's kind of like, I mean, if you lose all brakes on this, there's no way to stop, right? There's no shifting down, gearing, or anything like that. What I was starting to talk about when I tried to test the rear brake and it popped, this feels like it has no battery regen. So on some of these bikes, you'll pull in the brake a little bit and it'll have like a sensor on, and you can feel that motor start to like regen power and give some resistance and get power back into the battery. This doesn't have any of that whatsoever. So they're just hydraulic brakes that have no sensors for regen at all. So not a regen bike. Maybe they'll come out with a version that has some regen, but so every time you turn the thing on, it looks like it's starting off in power assist 0. So I'm going to turn it to 1. But remember, no speeds on the bike except for power assist level when you're pedaling. There's no gears, is what I'm trying to say. See? Really comfortable. It was interesting, like everything just went into neutral. I have no more pedaling ability. What's going on here? Did I press something? That's interesting. Oh, there we go. Okay. So that's really weird. It just came off the rear gear here. Maybe because I hit this little chain derailleur. So I guess if that happens, it was close down the road before it did it. As I kind of thought, really no problem for it. during the ride that we had some problems with the rear brake, and we had that problem with the tail light. Qiolor did send me, I just immediately told them about it, and they sent me pretty quickly another light, tail light, and another full rear brake with the line and everything, and the caliper. During manufacturing, it was missing that little copper crush washer that when you screw this thing in here, it crushes it and holds everything together. So I fixed that. You're gonna see it blow out on this ride, and the light is now working fine. You see that joint there? And that fixed it. It was just the light assembly that was defective and wasn't working sometimes. So I just unplugged it here, replaced this whole thing they sent. Everything is working fine now. Okay guys, well I think that's a thorough enough 2 days spent on reviewing this bike. The assembly is probably the easiest part of it all, and riding is also really fun on the bike. The bike looks great. Let's kind of get into some pros and cons now. It's considered a moto e-bike, right? So 1 speed on the pedaling, no gears to shift. Con on there, really interesting problem right out of the box on it derailing from the rear sprocket. So just kind of a weird setup here. I had to really bend it around to get it to work right. Second biggest con to me was this brake. Big pro, it turns off by itself, it looks like within about 5 minutes. A big pro is the screen is really easy to see. It may not look like it in this camera. With my naked eye in the sun, it's probably one of the best displays and easy to read in all different lighting. So excellent display. Like I was saying, the grip's just really nice and plush, padded. Seat, really comfortable and good. Power of the motor, great. No problems with the power. For what it is, that's definitely enough power even with my heavy weight. This was a demo model that Qiolor sent me. But you know, I'm not gonna hold back the punches and lie about you may also experience if you're buying this bike. This is gonna also depend on the customer service. So make sure you check down there, down the description down below, where you can get this bike from the Qiolor brand. And also I'm gonna make some comments and I'll pin them in the comments down below, how the company responded to the issues I was having with the brake, the chain, and you know, some of the other things. Pro, that headlight though is super light. There's only 1 brightness, but it's very bright, easily adjustable up and down. So a big pro, you know, that at least that middle high intensity LED light was really quality. And we're still at 100% battery, so pretty awesome. This battery here is great. It's gonna be a heavy duty, big battery. It's gonna give you a lot of run time. Horn, fantastic, really loud. Tires, fine. I mean, tires did great. I didn't even inflate them at all. Another little con was this really loud knocking in the shocks when you do go over bumps and rocks. It just feels like the shocks are compressing and then coming out and then just like hitting really hard. So maybe some dampers inside the shocks so they don't have that really loud. But besides that, guys, I mean, a pretty cool bike. I had fun with it. Like I said, I'll have that information down in the comments down below if they're able to address the couple of problems we had here. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that review of the Qiolor MT20. Really good looking, fun bike, just a couple of those issues. And if you're wondering what I was using to track the bike on the road and in the trails, this is the little DJI Neo. It's really easy to get up there, and as you can see, weaving through the trails, it could track me pretty good. So I'll have this in the description too if you are interested. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.